Greetings, good reader. Greetings, good viewer. Greetings, good hearer of this topic of bliss. It's a good topic that you picked. Now, for the dickens of it, let's try and get a definition of what bliss is. I'll take a shot at saying bliss is the absence of any negative feelings, either about yourself or about anybody else or about the world. That it's just the absence of negative feelings about it. It's the absence of something which brings about a statement of bliss, but I'm describing it in the sense of an absence of any kinds of worries, that there you are sitting in this state of peace, bliss. How does it get accomplished? Now, here's an unusual answer for you on the state of bliss. Bliss is seeing or feeling nothing. If nothing is bothering you, your mind is at rest, and you're in a state of bliss. You don't feel troubled about yourself. You're not down on yourself. You're not down on anybody. All you're feeling is an absence of feeling. Or all you're feeling is that you don't know anything else except this state of not feeling troubled about yourself or others or circumstances. Now, how do you get to wanting a state of nothingness? Bob, you're saying that to feel nothing is blissful? I mean, where are you in this nothingness? Aren't you supposed to believe in something? Aren't you supposed to be able to do something? Aren't you supposed to take charge of your life? No. That's the human state, and that's the world that the human state sees. But Jesus sees it differently. And in the Jewish scripture and in the Psalms, you see it again differently. Be quiet and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Jesus states of himself, of myself I know nothing. I must look to the Father who shows me what to do, and I do what the Father shows me. And this is a description of bliss. Because what are you going to blame yourself for if you are acknowledging that you have been shown that you're a know-nothing? So being blissful is the state of being a know-nothing. Oh, come on, Bob, get off it. Being at bliss is a state of being a know-nothing, because the minute you know something, you're using your human mind again, and now the human mind is judgment, the human mind is survival, the human mind is get them before they get me, the human mind is dangerous, it causes depression in yourself, or it causes aggression towards other people. That is not a blissful state. And so it is the emptiness, the abandonment of any kind of faith in your human mind, which enables God to be able to deliver the absence of the human mind at that moment and the awareness of the divine mind as you. So what does it bring about when the divine mind is you? No criticism. You're not even required to do anything anymore. You've already done your job when you are willing to let go of your mind. There is the willingness to accept what God would be able to deliver to you. And the state of a bliss is the occurrence of the absence of the human mind. And in that state, and when the times that I've been in it, nothing's bothering me. I'm simply at peace. I have no judgments about myself. I have no judgments about other people. I am in a state of mind in which I feel nothing threatens me. I can't be threatened. And I'm right, because who am I actually? I am the child of God, made in the image and likeness of God, which means I am an eternal soul being. I am a soul that God has created. And that soul is made exactly as God's identity within me. God has given me the God consciousness that I would experience as God would experience. And God simply experiences no problems. God knows everything and anything. God knows that if any problem exists, it cannot overcome God's viewpoint. God is God. God is my creator. God is my healer. And if somebody is going to affect me more than God, it means that there is a greater God than the God of the creation. And there isn't. And so this greater God that knows everything, that knows all, that knows how to be able to create and knows how to be able to heal, has given me this identity, this experience. I feel this part of God, that all is well. Everything is well. There is nothing that isn't well, because it is a God of wellness, of love and peace and joy and completion and creativity, exactly as God has it. And in this state, I just don't feel any judgment about myself, and I can't, because there is no judgment, except the judgment is there is no judgment. The judgment is what is behind rediscovering the appearance of this divine state, this marvelous state, is that you're not to blame yourself or anybody for anything, because there is no blame. All there is an ignorance of what the truth is, which is what causes us trouble and causes us to lose the state of peace or the state of awareness that nothing's wrong, that there is no judgment to make about yourself. Oh, but I've done negative things. Yes, that's what you're saying. From your human mind, you're making a judgment about the past, that you have done negative things. But if you turn to God and say, let me see how you look upon what I have done in the past, you find nothing's wrong, because you can't change God's superior position as you. Everything falls away in the presence of God being you. The state of bliss is the experience of the God mind as yours, the one mind of God with your one mind, that's the only real mind, is the state of peace, of non-judgmentalism, of understanding that people are simply lost, and this is why they do negative kinds of things towards themselves or towards others. There's nothing can eat you up. Nothing are you able to attack yourself with, because there is nothing that will ever stand up against the reality that God is the one and only superior mind. The state of bliss is to say, I know nothing. And in the saying of I know nothing, you have set up the circumstances for the state of bliss to be able to deliver it to you. And it is a state of nothingness. Great to be a nothing. Huh? Yes, great to be a nothing. Because the nothing is something. The nothing is nothing's bothering you. And it can't. Because nothing can bother God, because God is completion. And God makes you, in the original state, like God, a state of completion, of love, peace, joy, however you look upon those things. Bliss is able to be accomplished by letting go of what is negative, meaning that you just simply see that the negative is something that you don't want, and you're hoping that there's an answer, and that's enough. The willingness to have a different answer than what this crazy human mind of ours comes up with. The wish to have that circumstance means you've done your job, because you can't do anything more, but you've turned it over to God. And the experience of God as you is bliss. Is it accomplishable? Yes, it is accomplishable. All of us will accomplish it. All of us are going to be resurrected. All of us are going to recover the awareness of ourselves as God's beloved children. And in fact, I'll give you the final sentence which came to me as part of the footletter of Notes Divine, which is on our website, the Christian Laity Foundation, laity.org. It's on the website, and it is in the footletter of Notes Divine, in which God says, there is but one truth. Ye are God's, and ye are loved. That's it. There isn't anything else. You're God, and you're loved. Period. Exclamation point. Anything else that you're going to say, sorry, doesn't exist. You're a God, and you're loved because I made you that way. And nobody can unmake what I make. You can go ahead and have your fantasies and think that you're not able to get into a state of bliss. That's your fantasy. The reality is you're a God and you are loved, and that is the ultimate reality and the natural state when you throw the sponge in. Greetings, godly sister. Greetings, godly son. Greetings, godly brother. Greetings to the presence of God within you and the presence of God within me. Love and kisses. Bye-bye for now.